I'm trying to be, I don't know, tasteful about it, but still cover every inch of my apartment in skateboards. Like when I first got into collecting, I got into it at a pretty ravenous pace. I was getting boards like almost a couple boards a day, like 2 boards a day. Yeah, I mean, I don't collect to flip or, you know, the investment of it. I collect because of the history of it. I am really interested in in skateboarding before my time, how we've gotten here, that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm definitely more of a historian than a collector. I like sharing this with people, and I mean, if I could make a functioning museum out of this or something, that would be great. You know, I like to set my boards up complete. I've ridden most all of these. Like I've switched the wheels up since then, and in most cases switched up every part of them. I usually set them up as era accurate completes, like research, like what Steve Caballero was riding in 1987. So he was definitely on Powell Peralta crossbones, Stage 5 indies, gorilla ribs. I'm trying to represent what skateboarding, like a prime example of what a skateboard was back then. Like Tommy Guerrero, like this is his first pro deck. This is almost exactly what he rode. But yeah, so why I have like so many of each deck is like, it shows the progression of skating in the early to late 80s. Like this is McGill's first deck, 1981, 84, 87, 89. So that's how the boards like kind of change shape. I usually also try to get it pretty like matchy, color coordinated. It's pretty fun to do that too. So it looks really good on the wall too. But not like too matchy so it's posery. It's like a fine line. This is a deck from actual stock from like the 1960s. This is how it started. It had wheels like this that didn't turn. It had loose ball bearings and they were metal. And then people were skating like skinnier, beginning of a kicktail, but like a solid piece of wood style, still pretty prehistoric, 70s. And then from that point, it's weird, like that's when it exploded to like kind of the fat pigs. Like this. Da, 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 da. Like this board like debuted concave. For one of the first boards that had like concave, and it was made for Ramped Street Concave, RSC, yeah. This is a skateboard that was ridden by Sean Sheffey back when he rode for Shut. This has been really well documented. There's an iconic shot of him ollieing at the Brooklyn Banks. He's skating this deck. He has all of his like some funky tag writing styles on it. But yeah, this whole wall is all pro riders. These are the decks that I was talking about as being my favorites. This deck is Julian Stranger's prototype for SMA. I met up with him and asked him when Antihero was in town. And I said, "Is this your deck?" He's like, "Holy shit, how do you have that?" So that's like a drawing before his first graphic came out, the airplane syringe thing. I found it on eBay. It was like it was listed as used skateboard. The guy didn't know what he had, and I was like, JS, SMA. I recognized like him doing that kind of sticker before. It's like, this could possibly be Julian's prototype. Like had all these clues. I was like, what? I'll try it, you know? This is Gonz's deck that he skated. This is Jeremy Klein's deck that he skated. Ron Chapman. Jeremy Henderson also shot this Neil Blender painting. It's on his teammate Ken Fillion's personal deck. But yeah, he like Sharpied the whole thing. Very cool. So lucky to have that.
It's what Eric's like super wicked passionate about, you know? It's like what drives his soul, and he knows so much about it, and he gets so stoked about it. I mean, like, you know, that's what you want in a partner, you know, someone to be like excited about their life, you know, and this is what gets me excited. I'm like, go for it, be excited in your life. Within reason, obviously, within like budgetary and spatial constraints and respect for the other person who's also creative. Like, we're both creative people, so I think like, you know, within those constraints, but it's a pretty amazing project, and, you know, that's pretty fun. I learn a lot.
Cool.